Good morning, guys. Having one of those days again. Nothing's going right. Supposed to be on the motorcycle having fun, but instead, I'll show you what I'm up against. It's one of those things, the more you know, the worse off you are, because people know that you know it and you need to help out, and then you feel bad if you don't help out, and I really should help out. But anyways, my son, my oldest son, his car here, he broke down on the side of the highway, and the funny part is he had warning. You know, guys, listen, if you go out to your car and you see something underneath, like on the ground, and you pick it up and say, wow, something just fell off my car, maybe investigate it, don't just ignore it. So anyways, part of his belt, okay, fell on the ground under his car a week and a half ago, and he just ignored it. So what happens? You ignore it, the rest of the belt falls off, thing overheats on the side of the road, you get no power steering, no alternator, basically this one belt here runs the whole show. So got to fix that, get him back on the road. Also, to do that, this is why I decided to make a video, actually two reasons, but to do that, my shop has this in the way, which is fine. I've been setting it up for, I don't know if I've showed you guys this yet. I probably have, but it's been a long time. What I have set up here is kind of a bike hauler, also camper addition to my RV. I got a Class A RV, and I pulled this behind it, and I'll show you on the inside. I've got these fold-up beds with this foldable cushion thing I got on Amazon here, which is actually pretty comfortable. I got a solar system on the roof, so it's self-sufficient, and so I got all the gadgets in here. You know, this is far from finished, but I've got an inverter. Here's my wall of electronics. I got the little solar controller. I did this all on a budget, you know, cheap. This is only a small little lithium battery that I have. I don't need it for much. It just needs to run, you know, a couple hours worth of TV or whatever. No big deal. I'm not running anything crazy in here. And then I've got a charger here if I'm plugged, so I could plug in and charge if I need. You know, I got a little LED light. But yeah, this is a 14-foot trailer. And here I've got one of the holders for the motorcycle, you know, just a Harbor Freight deal. My Street Glide, I actually set this up for my last Street Glide, the 07. I now have the 17, but that rolls right up on in here. And I left this side. This side was going to be, I've got another one of these right there in the box. And so the plan is to be able to transport two bikes in here. And then when you get to where you're going, you pull the bikes out and you can fold these beds down. And these clip up right up to the two walls here. So just gives you an extra place to sleep. You know, you could sleep two people here if you wanted. And it's also kind of like a little living room, playroom type of setup here. I never really finished it. Like I said, I did some insulation on the ceiling. Spent some time in the cool weather with a space heater in here, just trying it out and stuff. So threw a carpet down and stuff, you know. So, but anyways, long story short, I was working on this. Yeah, long story long, I guess this should be the title of every video I make, but I've been working on this, and that's why it's in the garage, and I need to move it so I can fix my son's car. And I go to move it, and the tire was flat. So I went through these tires, I replaced some, I repaired one. I wanted to make sure I had, you know, in the bearings as well, I wanted to make sure this thing's ready to roll. I could pull it wherever I want if I want to go on a long trip. I got really nice new or close to new tires all the way around, including that one, so I thought, but it's this one is probably the worst of them. I believe there's some dry rotting. Yeah, it's got a little dry rotting on them, so honestly, this should be replaced. But it's also the holiday weekend, and I'm not going to deal with ordering one right now. I didn't realize until I just took it off that it was even in that condition. However, it did go flat over the last 3 or 4 days since I've been down here, almost completely flat. So it's got a slow leak, so we got to fix that, put it back on here to get the trailer out, to bring his car in to put the belt on. So the serpentine belt on that, you got to access through the kind of the wheel well area on the passenger side. So I could jack it up and do it outside if I wanted and all that, but I'm going to bring it on the lift it up, get myself out of the sun so I'm not miserable doing it. And that's the plan. So while I'm on the video, I wanted to show you guys this that I picked up, used. My buddy, actually my buddy that rents the other side, on this side, who's always buying and selling similar to what I do. You can see he's got a nice little selection going on here. This is his latest bike he just picked up. Boy, is this thing beautiful. I guess he picked it up from a guy that, you know, just babied this thing. I forgot what year it is, but it's an older model. I believe it's just the twin cam 88 motor, but you know, it's got a few modifications to it. Some I like, some I don't, but it's just for an older bike. I think it's I want to say 98 or something, 96. I don't know. Maybe I'm way off. Maybe it's even older. But it's really clean. The guy took care of it quite a bit. And what a beautiful color! This really nice blue. Cool bike for sure, for sure. But where I was going with that is he picked up an old Ultra and was going to list this up for sale, the King Tour Pack. And I was talking with Professional Monkey. Shout out to my monkey man over there. If you guys are at all interested in motorcycles, check his channel out. He's absolutely blown up. I think in under 2 years' time, he's up to like 60,000 subscribers. Amazing. There's a reason for it. He's not just lucky. He's a great guy. He's got an amazing personality. Definitely a guy I'd like to meet in the future. Wicked cool dude. Fun to watch. He's funny. At the same time, you can learn some stuff. You know, he's not a professional. That's why the whole professional monkey thing. But, you know, he's got good common sense. He figures it out, make things work, and he's got good judgment and stuff like that. And that's kind of what a lot of us are like. And but anyways, I picked this up. Yeah, it even says Ultra Classic right on the side here. And my plan is to, I'm going to sand this, strip it. I don't know if I'm going to take the rack off. I do like the idea of the rack, but I'm not sure if I want to geezer glide my street. Excuse me. I don't know if I want to geezer glide my street glide that much. I do want the option to have a tour pack, and for passenger comfort, more for long rides, and storage. And I love a chopped and a razor tail, or what is it called, tour pack. But I do run a full face helmet in the cooler weather and, you know, other weather. I like to have them both with me if possible. Sometimes you go somewhere, the weather's great, you know, and you end up into the night where you didn't think you would, and you wish you had a full face helmet. You know, riding at night with deer and stuff like that, I just prefer that extra protection of the full face helmet and, you know, wind protection and all that stuff. So I would love to have a full face helmet with me. I'm probably not going to keep this thing on all the time, but I think, like everybody says, when they make it detachable, they usually never take it off and they just roll with it. I'll see. So yeah, I got the big, tall King pack. Now, I was talking to Professional Monkey on one of his live streams the other night, mentioning about putting it on this bike. Again, this is off, I believe it was 03 or maybe even older, but it's definitely below the 17s, and they've changed their hardware and mount systems and all of that since, you know, the Rushmore years and all that. So I do have, hopefully I can get Professional Monkey to come over and to this channel and take a peek at this and give me some input. I'm going to shoot him a link and see if he watches it, but he's a busy guy. Probably not. He's too big for me. But if he does, and then you're watching, bud, I do have the, you know, whatever this is, the mount kit here. This is the HD one. I don't have all these super sponsors and, you know, these Advan black guys in my back pocket that's selling me a whole motorcycle one part at a time. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not jealous at all. So anyways, I did get that from Harley, and my original plan was to put a, you know, your traditional driver or passenger backrest on it. I do have a rider backrest, you know, the Harley deal here, so this is kind of what I'm working with. I despise the look of a backrest for the rider, even the passenger, but comfort, comes first, especially when you get up to be my age. I'm almost 50, so I need to be comfortable to ride. I can't ride more than a half an hour, 45 minutes without having a backrest. So having that, I figured, you know what, there's already something sticking up on the seats anyways. I might as well go the full deal, and I'm going to mount the tour pack on here. So I am going to strip it down. I'm going to paint it. Probably going to replace these speakers. At some point, I'll end up getting, you know, the proper amp to drive these and the wiring and everything. And I know that nothing's going to be plug and play here. I know I'm going to have to do some customizations. That's what I do. That's why I have a shop. So I am going to strip it down. I don't know as far as lights. You know, I know nothing's going to plug in. I don't know what lights I'm going to use. If I'm going to take these off and go with something more modern that I retrofit to this. No idea what I'm going to do yet. I haven't put any thought process into it. I literally just got this like a day ago. However, I do want to mount this on there. Quick release. I believe in the video or in the stream when I asked, I believe he said, yes, it's possible. It's just going to be a little, I might have to drill some different holes for the mount. Okay, that's going to stay there. This is what I'm working with on the bottom. It looks like maybe already has a couple of different holes. Maybe somebody has already, I don't know. So again, I'm asking you because you do this. This is what you do, and this is new to me. So I've got all different plugs and adapters. Again, speakers, all of that stuff. I'll worry about that later. If I'm adapting, cutting, changing, whatever, I will adapt it to work on that bike without modifying anything on the bike. But I do want to, you know, I'll just modify this to fit that. So again, you mentioned I need the bracket or the rack for the tour pack as if this was the newer model tour pack. Obviously to match up with my docking hardware over there. That makes sense. And then I'm going to have to fit it to this, drill some holes or whatever needs to be done. I'm good with that. No problem there. So that is my plan. And then I didn't even realize, but there's side lights on this and more lights than I thought. Now, here's my question. What would you do? Honestly, I wanted a basic clean, like I like this seat. I like, you know, I don't necessarily like the whatever they call these button things. I wish it was just smooth, but it's not far enough where I would change the seat and buy another one. I'll stick with this as the rear seat. I'm obviously going to replace these speakers because the grills are missing or whatever. That's secondary or whatever. I can worry about that later. So let's just talk about just the tour pack. I'm going to sand it down and paint it and match this denim charcoal gray or whatever it is. You know, take all this out. I'm going to strip it all down. But now I'm looking, I've got these like cutouts in the bag for these lights, so I'm going to have to keep the lights. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. I'm assuming maybe they make some LED replacements. Just looking for maybe a little advice. You know, what would you do? I don't mind customization, whatever I need to do, but I don't want it to look stupid. I'm not just, you know, throwing this thing on there and ruin the look of my bike. So, you know, as it is, putting the tour packs on, going to give it a different look than the Street Glide. Like I said, I probably am going to remove this rack. I don't know. Maybe I might remove it or replace it with maybe a black one so it's not as bling. I don't know. For now, I'm just going to go with just the tour pack, as simple and basic with that same denim paint. And what would you do for lights? Do you know what's out there? Is there, you know, like I said, LED? I know you the Advan Black, all different stuff you've had sent to you. Are there different options for this? I know nothing about these, so I was hoping maybe you could just give me a little insight into what you would do. Obviously, you're not going to take the time to do any research. I'm just asking if you know what my options might be, or am I just crazy? Am I better off just starting and spending a little more money? I got this for next to nothing from my buddy, and that's why I figured, hey, it's a start. I'll make it work, and it's a box. You know, I'm going to put a liner in it at some point, but I mean, it's all here. You know, I guess, I don't know if that's factory or not, all that sealing around the lights. I don't know if those have been added in. I don't know what I'm looking at all. I just know it's a tour pack, and I know that I want one on there, and I want to be able to quick release it and take it off when I want, because I'm not going to go spend a couple $100 on a, you know, a sissy bar for the backrest, which is the main thing that I need the quickest. If I could just put this on, which solves that problem, also allows me to take the full face helmet, and also gives me a lot more storage capacity if I'm going to go any long trips or anything like that. So obviously it goes without saying, even though I said it, why you would want a tour pack. So that's what I want to do. I want to put it on there. If you see this video, bud, and you can give me some advice, I'd appreciate it. Anyone else watching, if you know you've done this, please let me know. I know I'm missing a latch here too, so I want to get that done. But so anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.